welcome to DOREEN'S African Experiences, and we are finalizing our videos on the construction of a single self-contained house. So I believe by now you know everything you need. By now you know everything you need to roof, to build, to plaster your single self-contained house with a stove. Okay, so basically after this video will be done with that single self-contained house. I know we voted, actually this was voted to be done most. We are going to handle all those things I asked you to handle the two-bedroom house, the double self-contained house with a store. We are going to handle that. We are also going to handle the wholesale prices of tiles, both Goodwill and porcelain. I'll show you where you're supposed to get these tiles from on the actual wholesale price in Uganda. Okay? I'll show you a lot of more stuff, but for now let's handle this and then we finish it. For our brothers and sisters who are fasting, I wish you nothing but the best. Happy fasting. I hope whatever you're fasting for is granted. And for the rest of us, we shall unfast you. It is imperative that you unfast someone. Okay? That's the only way you can share with them their blessing. Okay? Okay, I think that's it. Let's get into the video. Kindly enjoy the video. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. By the way, in this same video, I'm going to teach you how to calculate tiles for any house. Okay? I'll start with this house, but it's the same mechanism for your entire house, no matter how big. Alright? Okay, I think that's settled. Enjoy the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DOREEN'S African Experiences. Yes, we took a poll and we decided to finish this house today. Why not? Okay, let's finish the house. But first, I wanted to give you Abdallah's number before we proceed. Okay. Because lately I seem to be forgetting. So it is +256. To my camera tab. +256 7048 79334. All right, I think that's it. So our aim for the video today is to show you, okay, how much it would cost you to actually tile this house, and after tiling it, paint it. I'll put the prices separately. I'm supposed to teach you how to calculate the square meters you have in your house, how to convert them, and yes, I'm going to do all those, but first let me... Really? What is with you? That's a sheep, by the way. All right, but first I'm going to tell you what you need, the materials you need for this particular house. Remember, we measured 13 meters wide and then 13 feet wide and 17 feet long. So I'll come back and teach you how to calculate the tiles, but first let me give you exactly what you need and how much it would cost you. For our particular house, we have 20 square meters in diameter, right? So remember, I told you these people were not going to tile, right? This is what they locally call nil. So we gave you the calculations of nil in the previous plastering cost. I don't know if you remember. So this person doesn't have to pay money for nil again because that money was already covered during plastering in the contract. Every job I'm giving you is contract based, all right? But when it comes to tiling is square meter based. You calculate tiling. Come on. You calculate tiles in square meters. Even when you're paying someone, you pay them in square meters. All right? So 1 square meter, a person can charge you between 10,000 shillings to 25,000 shillings, even up to 30,000 shillings. But remember, learn to negotiate. When it comes to labor in Uganda, you must negotiate. So these are some of the things you need if you're going to tile. We'll start with tiling, all right? You're going to first measure your entire house, and this particular house has 20 square meters in it. All right, now I'll teach you how to calculate the number of boxes of tiles that you need in just a minute, but let me give you what you need. So in 20 square meters, we are using Goodwill tiles, ceramic tiles by Goodwill. You need 40 by 40. They're the ones that go in the house on the floor. So we have 11 boxes for that, and the current prices for 40 by 40 under Goodwill is, I'm using a net price, but they usually price ranges, all right? But you shouldn't pay more than 46,000, but I'm using 45,000. So you multiply your 45,000 by 11 boxes, the boxes you need, yeah? So each box is 45,000 shillings, all right? That's for the house. So the house is covered up to outside, even in the store, all right? If you don't want to tile the store, so you eliminate, you calculate off that. But for me, I am going to calculate that there are tiles on that. That's nil, They've used oxide to actually put that color there. I'll show you how that works. And then in our bathroom, we have 2.25 square meters. So we have 2 boxes for that. And the boxes that go in the bathroom on the floor, they are 30 by 30. All right? Please listen carefully. 30 by 30 goes in the bathroom floors. 40 by 40 goes in the house. There is 40 by 40. There is 50 by 50. There is 60 by 60. There is, I'll give you more. All right? And I'll tell you how to count all these things. All right. So we have two boxes for the bathroom floor, and then we have 4 boxes for the bathroom walls. All right, and the bathroom walls, the 25 by 40, yeah, is what goes on the bathroom walls. This is Goodwill Uganda, but remember, we have other importers. We have Tanzania imports. If you look through my video on the current prices of tiles in Uganda, you're going to see how much these things are supposed to cost you, but I'm going to break it down for you afterwards. I'm just giving you numbers right now. All right. Okay, so we have 4 boxes on the bathroom walls, and then labor wise, no one should charge you. Remember, you just get your square meters that you're going to tile and multiply by maybe 10,000 if the person is taking 10,000 shillings. If the person is taking 20,000, you multiply like that. So for me, I've gotten about 270,000 shillings for this house to tile it. But remember, it can be cheaper. You can even do it on your own, and then you tell someone, I'll give you 200, maybe 200K to do the whole house. And the person might even accept, even without using square meters. Remember, these square meter things, it's us who know them. Most of these people, for them, they just want a job, all right? Unless your project is really big. But for something this small, you can even tell someone, for the whole house, I have 200K. And they'll do it. 200K is 200,000 shillings. You can even tell them you have 180, all right? Because remember, you're going to feed these people, you're going to transport them. So they might not even bend so low towards the square meter kind of thing, all right? So right here, that's where we are. Now you're going to need adhesive. For this type of job, you need maybe 2 bags of adhesive. Adhesive is 20,000 shillings maximum. You shouldn't pay more than that. You can pay 18,000 shillings, 15,000 shillings, up to 20,000 shillings. So I've taken maximum, which is 20,000 shillings, and multiplied it by 2. You need grout. Please, when you're buying tiles, make sure your tile color matches your grout color. If your tiles are white, please try to get grout that matches that. Do not get contradictory grout, all right? So grout, a kilogram is 3,000 shillings. So for this job, I've calculated about 3 kilograms of grout, and that's 9,000 shillings. 3 kilograms of grout should do the job for you. You need strips. Strips are those things they put between tiles to give them even laying. All right. Now strips, each bag, it's really small, is 5,000 shillings. So you get 2 bags. They'll even remain. You eat while crying. You're crazy. Wait, strips are put on the edges, like the doorstep edges, the bathroom edges, like towards the hinges. What are they called? Banange. Webateko mwango. Door frame. All right. Okay, so those are strips. The calculations I've done are for plastic strips. If you want metallic strips, each is 10,000 shillings, but I've used plastic strips. So spacers are the ones they put between tiles. Even those you just need two. Sorry, you need two. Each is 6,000. They're a pack. Those small packs. If you look through my videos, you see how these things look like. I've showed you all these things, and even these same prices I've explained. So you need 2 spacers, 2 strips, and 3 kilograms of grout, and 2 bags of adhesive. Remember, for ceramic tiles, their adhesive is different from porcelain tiles. If you're going to use porcelain tiles, I'm not doing the math for you. All right, but just go through my videos and find out how much that those tiles cost. But besides, I'm supposed to do a video and give you wholesale prices as well. The prices you have are retail prices. All right, so the total for tiling is 1,040,000 shillings, right? You need 1,40,000 shillings if you're going to tile. That includes everything, including labor. You need water on site. I won't repeat that. Water is necessary for every part of construction, all right? Remember, there is storage of water here, so you don't have to worry about that. Now we are going to move on to paint. Painting a job like this, I'm going to use Sardolin paint. Why? Because it's more affordable than Plascon paint. Plascon paint, 20 kilograms. I'm going to give you the prices for those in case that's what you prefer. But I'm now going to make calculations. My total is going to round off to Sardolin paint. And I'm also going to tell you how best you can use Sardolin paint to benefit from it. One, please minimize the amount of water you put. You can put, you're not even supposed to put water with these calculations. Water is not necessary. It's just enough. All right. Okay, so I wasn't seeing. You need undercoat. You need 3 jerrycans of undercoat. Each jerrycan of undercoat in Plascon is 65,000 shillings. It's actually the same price with Plascon. Even Plascon undercoat is 65,000 shillings. All right. In Sardolin, they use jerrycans for their undercoat, but in Plascon they use some black buckets. They're black, but the price is the same. So you can decide which one you prefer to use. All right. And then 3 jerrycans. So you get your 65,000 shillings and multiply it by 3, you get 195,000 shillings. Now, for Sardolin has bucket paint. Their bucket paint prices are the same. Actually, very similar, except for in vinyl silk. In Plascon is it's the most expensive paint, by the way. Vinyl silk. But the rest prices are similar to Sardolin prices. But in this particular case, I'm going to use the jerrycan paints. Sardolin produces jerrycan paints that's actually with different colors. But it's not limited to either it's not limited to weather guard or silk. It's just regular paint. It's colored. All right. Now, this paint in particular, what it actually does is paint your house. After you've put your undercoat, it will give color to your house and it's good. But please, if you're going to use this paint, do not mix any water to it. This is Sardolin. We are talking about in jerrycans, what they call regular paint. Okay? All right. So, in Sardolin, the regular paint, their 20-liter jerrycans are 67,000 shillings. You need 4 of those. For someone to paint for you your house, inside and outside, ceiling inclusive, you shouldn't pay them more than 200,000 shillings. I'm serious. You shouldn't. Inside and outside, for this size that we are talking about, 200,000 shillings in labor is good. Even someone can do it for less. At the end of the day, At the end of the day, it comes down to your negotiating power. All right? How can you negotiate? Some of the other things you need when you're going to paint, you need rollers. So we have the big rollers for the walls, and then we have baby rollers. Big rollers are 10,000 shillings and baby rollers are 5,000 shillings. The painters will know what to do with this. You need 2 big rollers and 1 baby roller. Put aside 12,000 shillings to cover for those small paint brushes, because every inch of the house that you are painting. Now look at this. Something like this. You see that? You can't, kababy roller, no. Even the kababy roller is bigger than this. So you need a paint brush. Or they can put but you have to insist. Baby rollers have their job. They have their job. Remember, painting should be the last thing you do, even after putting your tiles, okay? Paint after putting your tiles. When they're going to paint your house, they should cover the floors. All right, so buy some polythenes, cover the floors and cover your doors as well. Put newspapers, yeah? Use newspapers. For the painters, they know how to do it. Don't paint and then put tiles. I made that mistake once and I had to repaint the whole thing, you know, because they touch the walls. And if you've already painted and you want to put your tiles, make sure they don't make that mix from the house. They make it from outside like that. All right? Make sure the place is clean, because when they're going to do your floor tiles, oh God, I forgot to tell you, you need 2 bags of cement. Huh? Cement is 33,000, but in the total it's included. You need 2 bags of cement. Each bag is 33,000 shillings, and you need plaster sand. Remember, when we were plastering, we bought 3 trucks of plaster sand. I'm sure some sand remained. That sand is enough for you to actually continue your job, all right? Sometimes when I tell you to buy these things, it's not by coincidence. I've already seen ahead of time and known that you need them, and you don't have to worry about buying them again, okay? Okay, so what else haven't we talked about? Well, there are some things you must consider when you're going to paint. Make sure people don't paint when it's raining, because then it will just wash away the paint. And then inside the house walls, if we are using this regular paint, remember it doesn't have the weather guard or anything. But if you decide to use Plascon, remember you put the weather guard inside on your inside walls. Then on the ceiling, you put what they call vinyl mat. Vinyl mat, a 20-liter tin of vinyl mat in Plascon it's between 275 to 280, but put aside 280,000 shillings. Okay, that's for the ceiling. And then for the walls, put weather guard. Weather guard is 350,000 shillings at most, but you can even get it at 335 or 340, depending on how you negotiate. That is in Plascon. And then if you're putting vinyl silk inside, remember vinyl silk is for the walls inside. These colors can be mixed with water, all right? Because their quality is quite good. So you can mix them a little bit, all right? But you shouldn't need more than 2 tins. Even 1 tin can do inside on the walls. And then 1 tin for the ceiling. And then outside you might need 2 tins. Outside you can put super gloss, but remember, super gloss cannot be, don't use paraffin or fuel to mix super gloss. Use thinner. Plascon makes thinner, and it's called White Spirit. White Spirit is 70,000 shillings, I believe. And if you can't afford the White Spirit, buy the regular thinner. A liter is 15,000 shillings. All right? Please don't use fuel, because this thing can easily burn you down. Remember, these weather guard and vinyl silk paints, they can be cleaned. Yes, they can be cleaned. You can wipe away the dirt. All right? But the Sadoline paint we are going to use, okay, it can't exactly be cleaned like that, you know? So try to make sure if you're using that, the regular paint from Sadoline, please use colors that you can manage. It can also be cleaned, you know. No take out sabun, you know, use that. But then with weather guard and matte silk, matte margin or vinyl silk, those ones, they're a bit smoother. But also remember, Sadoline has the same paints in those buckets, similar prices. I've told you the most expensive paint is vinyl silk. Sorry. Are you sure? It's vinyl silk, I believe. Because it goes up to 450,000 shillings, man. That shit is expensive. Sorry, don't mind my language, I'm sorry. All right. We finished colors, all right? Now, let me teach you how to actually calculate. Wait, let me first give you the totals. Now, for someone who is only going to paint and they're using oxide, remember a kilogram of oxide is 15,000 shillings. You only need 3 kilograms. It's what you call nil. You don't have to use colored oxide. You can just use cement as nil. Now, the total for that person, they're only spending on painting. Remember, they already paid the workers for this, all right, during plastering. Oh, their total is different from you who is using tiles, all right? Now, if you tile and paint, your total is going to be 1,840,000 shillings to completion. But if you don't tile and you paint and use oxide for your floors, that is nil. Your total to finish the whole job is 893,000 shillings, all right? Now, Plascon produces what they call floor paint. Floor paint is it's like oxide, right? So their floor paint, a tin is 80,000 shillings. So you need 3 tins, all right? It's similar to this. The work is similar, but the difference is they have more options in colors, and the kind of work that goes in is a little bit different and lighter. So if you're using floor paint instead of oxide or nil, your total should be 1,040,000 shillings. But first, let me go back and teach you something small. I teach you how to actually calculate the square meters in a house. Before I teach you, I'm going to tell you how many square meters are in each box of tiles. Yes. Now, in 40 by 40, yeah, 40 by 40 has 1.92 square meters. It doesn't matter which company you buy from. The moment you see 40 by 40, just know it has 1.92 square meters, all right? A box, yes, a box of 40 by 40 has 1.92 square meters. Then a box of 30 by 30 has 1.53 square meters. Please follow these things. They're very, very important. It doesn't matter what size of house you're building, you need this. This is supposed to be a different video, but I figured I could just join it and save you the burden of rotating around. And then if you find that, remember, 30 by 30 are the bathroom tiles. Then wall tiles are 25 by 40. In a box of 25 by 40, there is 1.5 square meters. Then in a box of 50 by 50, there is 1.75 square meters. In a box of 60 by 60, there is 1.44 square meters. And in a box of 45 by 45, there is 1.62 square meters. All right. So now that you have this information, how do you know how many tiles you need in your house? All right. Remember, we calculated and measured the length, the width and then the length. The width is of Ugazi, the length is of Wamvu. So basically you get your feet. All right. If we measured 13 feet here, all right, 13 feet, you convert them to meters and find out how many meters are in 13 feet. They're about 3.93 meters. So you usually just round them off. Because you don't know, you might have issues. You might have a tile break or something. So round them off to 3 meters. All right? And then lengthwise, we had 17 feet. How many meters are in 17 feet? We counted 5.18, 16 meters. All right? So you round them off to 6 meters. Now, you multiply your width by your length. All right? So we multiply our 4 meters by 6 meters. The total we get is the number of square meters that are within this place. Are we together? Now, you get that number that you get from here. If you're buying, oh, man, don't call me when I'm on the phone. I'm in the video. I'll call you back. I don't even know the number. All right, so are we following? So you get the total you get from multiplying your length and width, and then you divide it. If you're buying floor tiles that are 60 by 60, remember we said in a box of 60 by 60 we have 1.44 square meters. All right, you get the number that you got after multiplying your length and width, and you divide it by the size of tiles you're buying, which is 1.44. All right. So for now, let me show you the rough math. Hey, Okuvala, you people are skipping math in school. Let me show you. Quick math. Imagine me doing math in the middle of the day. All right. Okay, so we said you multiply your length by your width, right? Our width was 4 meters, all right? And our length was, how many meters were those? 5, 6 meters, right? So you do 6 by 4, okay? Bear with me, I am not a mathematical genius, but I know what to do. 6 times 4, it is 24. So we have 24 square meters, all right? Imagine we have 24 square meters, and we need tiles of 60 by 60. Remember the numbers I gave you telling you how many square meters are in a box of 60 by 60. It is 1.44 square meters, right, in a box. So 1.44 square meters. This is the number of square meters that are in a box of 60 by 60. Maybe I should use something smaller. So you get your 24 square meters that you have in your house that you've measured where you want to put tiles, and you divide by the size of tiles you want to use. Are we together? So you get 24 divided by 1.44, and then you have the total you get is the number of boxes you need. So we have 16.66666. So you round it off and make it 17 boxes. Are we together? People, are we together? Yeah? This is your house, okay? You see? Imagine your house. This is the width of your house and this is the length of your house, all right? If the width of your house, because usually they'll measure for you in feet. They'll say, "Enyumba ina futi westi na westi." Okay? Let's say they've said your house is 13 feet, all right? Obugazi in width. And then in length, they tell you it is 17 feet. Okay? You get you convert your 13 feet. You ask, how many feet are in 13 feet? Katifene tugamba nti mo 13 feet. Mulimu 3.962 meters. How many meters are in 13 feet? We have 3.962. And then we say in 17 feet, how many meters are there? Then we say it is 5.1816. All right. Now we want to know how many square meters, all right, how many tiles we need to cover this diameter or this area space. By the way, you can use the same math for roofing. All right, this is how these people, where you take your house plans, this is how they find the numbers of iron sheets you need. No gachwalanga gama labu mazi ngate kufika ko ngate wetaga na extra. Bino where bitu byebakola. They just do this. You can also do it yourself. Okay? Now, so you get your, in this case, you get your width and multiply it by your length. All right? So okwata 3.962 and then multiply it by 5.1816. What do you get? Okay? But we answer one. Nange nkosa calculator. I'm not a genius. Maybe on some level. So 3.962 multiplied by 5.1816. You get 20.52949999. So I'll just round it off and make it 21. All right, so you get this 21 that you've gotten right now. You see it? And then imagine we are looking to buy tiles of 40 by 40. I told you, for any, even if you're in any country, wherever you are, if you're buying tiles and their diameter is 40 by 40, 40 by 40, a box is 1.92 square meters. In a box of 40 by 40, all right, the square meters in this box are 1.92 square meters. So you get this 1.90 because you're trying to buy tiles of 40 by 40. Okay, I've given you prices of these things. So you get this number, the size of the room, all right, that we now have, okay, and you divide it by the size of one box of tiles, which is 1.92. And what do we get? So we have 21 multiply, divide by 1.92. We have 10.9375. This is the total. So you still round it off to 11 boxes. What you get is the number of boxes. Remember, this is one box, and you're trying to get how many boxes can fit in this 21 square meters that you have gotten after multiplying your length and width for that particular room. So if you have a big house, you just go room by room, then you do a total. If not, you can just do the whole house at once. So we need 11 boxes of 40 by 40. If you need 60 by 60, you get this 21, divide it by 1.44. What you get is the number of boxes. Then after, you find out how much is a box, and then you multiply that price by the number of boxes you need. Then you have your total of material. So from today onwards, you will never have to suffer on knowing how many tiles you need. I've taught you the math, okay? Now, shall we move on to other things? Alright, thanks for watching DOREEN'S African Experiences. We've been looking at one house. I know it gets boring, but don't worry, we are done with it. So at this point, there is no particular total to how much it could cost you to build a single self-contained house, but at least we have the perimeters. I've given you different alternatives you can use to save money. I've taught you how to analyze material. I've taught you how to calculate material. I've taught you how to negotiate. I've taught you how to look for material. After this, please, I don't know what else you need from me. Let's move on to a double self-contained. I swear, no good number. I've been doing math since morning. But I love you guys. You know, I love you guys. Soon we shall have some good news coming our way. And I promise you, it will not be the same. But I'm going to break these houses down for you. You're not going to suffer again. You will not suffer again. I'll break down for you and you start building. You know, I don't believe in giving people one idea of building, because some people can't afford tiles at that particular time. Some people don't want to put tiles. Other people don't want to paint. Other people don't want to plaster yet. You know, it comes down to money. Guys, thanks for watching. Please let me go. Let me go.